Okay, hello and welcome back to the last part that is going to be of Stories Untold here on Nyris Gaming. So we are going to get right back into it post haste. Ready for loud intro music?
Ready.
Some commands may be sensitive. Try to type something into the computer. Starts crying. Yeah, I think I got the volume at a better place now.
I think that's enough of that for now.
That's funny.
You're quite fond of this show, aren't you?
Ooh. Crossword puzzle. It was a TV show the whole time.
So if I remember correctly, the House Abandoned was its own thing for a while.
Come on. Let's get you down to the observation room.
I don't know for how long, and then they adjusted it to be episode 1 of this 4-story anthology.
This place must be starting to feel like home to you.
Oh my gosh, we're in a mental asylum.
Do you remember?
Try and get you out of here eventually.
Do you remember what was on the side of the buildings and the barrels in the snow place?
Just in here.
Numbers and letters and stuff.
Said Ward 4.
Okay, are we through in the next room? Just relax and we'll get started in a moment.
Remember seeing this in the intros?
The horrors.
Like I said yesterday, it's less spooky and more depressing.
Right, Mr. Asian, are you ready?
Mr. Asian again.
Just hit record on the tape deck in front of you when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm
Type
still
in no.
sticking with, we're just a Vietnam veteran.
This is subject 12-19-86-23.
We have heard that before.
We have myself, Dr. Alexander leading.
Heard that name before.
We have our patient, Mr. James Asian.
And that name repeatedly.
As we know, James has recently recovered from a 2-week coma following his
Nice.
accident. In our last 3 sessions, James's attempts to recollect events of the accident seen him merging his memory with his imagination. These episodes have always ended in panic, and we've had to terminate the session abruptly. Let's try and do this one better, James. So when you're ready, let's bring this back. I know how difficult this must be, but you can do this. James, it's time to remember.
Maybe I was able to get the tire iron out of
Your mind.
the car.
It's like a conscious black box. It can show you your memories. Look into it.
Yep, that'll connect in a bit.
We were an alien the whole time.
In your most recent episode, you recalled a false memory of a remote weather station. You were isolated from the rest of the world, locked inside your coma. We interacted with you daily, encouraging you to wake. Your family would do number puzzles with you. Anything really to bring you back. People needed answers, James. Do you remember?
Now-
I have a signal here for you, James. It's at 5610 FM. You can't miss it.
We have to go through all 3 of them again in a different way.
Oh, that's fun.
There's a few signals missing. Also, I want to... Let's see here. What was it? I suppose it's pretty obvious what's different here. It's not at all what it was talking about before.
Road traffic accident report file.
That's the thing that was printed on one of the back pages before. Daniel Alexander, the doctor that's talking to us currently. So, something happened with a traffic accident.
Interesting.
The report,
Oh, let's zoom in on it and read.
James Asian, driver name.
Fatal accident. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Since how we didn't die, that means the person that we got into an accident with probably died.
Uh-huh.
Charles. Deceased. Whoa.
arrived on scene to discover two cars that had been involved in a near head-on collision. Mr. Asian found lying down outside his vehicle with head injuries. An ambulance was immediately called. The passenger was trapped in the vehicle in critical condition from wounds sustained in the collision. The driver of the blue sedan, Mr. Hennings, was found dead on arrival. It was noticed that there was a strong smell of whiskey from the driver and an empty whiskey bottle on the passenger seat.
Oh, whoopsies.
Mr. Asian was questioned on scene. He described an oncoming blue sedan being clearly out of control, which he swerved to avoid. Mr. Asian's passenger was his sister, Jennifer. So there were several names on a lot of these pages before, the code names. There was Drive, there was Jennifer, there was Whiskey.
Wow, we have quite the imagination.
The driver of the blue sedan is an ex-police officer of 20 years.
Now, were we the one drinking, or was he the one drinking?
Driver of the blue sedan, Mr. Hennings, was found dead on arrival. It was noticed that there was a strong smell of whiskey from the driver. I think it implies that it was him.
Hey, haha, we're not the bad guys. Just remember, drunk driving.
That's all.
Bad for your health.
Yeah, usually. Or the health of those around you. Don't drink and drive, kids.
Yeah.
FM. Also, the thing in the snow that I mentioned to you before that was just random and out of place in that blizzard we were walking through.
Yeah.
There was just random two cars in a head-on collision, and the lady at the other station said, "James, I can't feel my legs." So that lady is supposed to be our sister.
You gotta see this. This is 20F 12 19 86 23 0.
This is the case number.
Yep.
Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this. This is 20F
20F.
12.
Fatal accident.
Type in the numbers, James.
I totally remember what they are.
20F
But for those who don't,
20F 12
12
19 86
86
23
04.
Type in the numbers, James.
code word reference report. I don't actually remember
Over
what
to
we
the next page.
Type in
Next
the
page was
numbers,
blank.
James.
There's
And-
nothing at the bottom of it.
No.
This is 20F 12
Okay.
19
Plus it says report, so we have to look
okay,
through the
so
report.
yeah.
04.
Go in.
Oh, circle things.
Type in the numbers, James.
Okay, 20F
so
fatal accident.
accident.
Type in the numbers, James. Gotta see this.
Empty whiskey.
Type in the numbers, James. Gotta see this.
Out of control.
This is 20F 19 86 23.
Better.
Find the signal, James. Listen to the voices.
Hi, Jennifer.
You have to face it, James. Finally.
Audio archive reporting officer, NS1, Officer Williams interview.
Huh.
So NS1 is the name of one of these stations in this scenario. So that guy that was talking to us before is the voice of the officer that reported on the incident.
Okay.
It's not like him. At all. I've worked with Officer Hennings for 6 years and not once have we even talked about alcohol. Drunk driving. He was a father, a husband. He was fine. No way he caused this. It's him. This Haitian guy. He's got something to hide.
So now we're in the.
So Hennings was the guy in the blue sedan, the retired cop.
Okay.
This doesn't make sense to you. You step into the hospital ward, only it seems abandoned. Your vision is blurry.
Vision that's blurry is tight.
Eh.
Stigmatism or something. Driving home.
That isn't relevant at all.
Don't have the fifth pint.
This doesn't involve a drunk driving accident. at all. You tense up.
Yeah.
Someone else is here. Did it say anything about the passenger in the report? Our passenger? Our sister?
Nothing of what happened to her.
Okay, I won't say anything.
Or something about paralyzed?
Yaves. You grab the keys from the table, they weigh heavy in your hand.
Hey, is that for the door to the home care?
Coma ward. Ward 4, probably.
So, in the house, right? When we were in the house, the in the kitchen there was a maintenance closet or whatever, and we did not have the keys to the maintenance closet.
Also had a red X painted on it, if I remember right.
What's in the maintenance closet?
I don't remember, honestly.
So maybe
You spent most waking moments in here. This is where we started this episode.
watching the TV.
Not meta at all. The only video they have, some horror compilation. Trash.
Oh!
Zing! Oh, self-burn. Those are rare.
Yeah.
Just in case. Oh.
Oh!
You only caught a glimpse of the room. You guess that's why there is no detail here. Oh, because we're walking through a memory, basically. The waiting area is dark, but you feel a presence right behind you.
Bum bum bum!
No idea what happened there. Like it tried to bump me out of the way so the door could open. Someone breathes on your neck standing over you. Messing with your head.
Could be the person that's like trying to interview you.
Feel dread in the pit of your stomach. Got that stomach. Ah, my eyes. Hey! Now we get some context for this part.
A 22-year-old male just brought in from a vehicle collision. He was awake and mobile at the scene, but collapsed on arrival to the emergency ward. The other passengers died in the accident. I'm getting no pulse. Prepare for defib. Amp charge full to 10 and give me 100 joules.
This was surgery equipment.
Charge amp full to 10.
You know those drills. Charge to 10.
What do we have to charge to 10 is the question. Or charge to 100. So this is something I was noticing that I didn't notice before when I watched this. One of these was making a sound earlier. It was supposed to be that one. It was kind of making the defib charging sound. I was like, heh, I see what you're doing there. Charge it
It's on the screen, please.
Okay. There's us. Okay, now what? What do you want from me? Oh, there it is. Hello?
Is it the bottom one that
100
was?
joules. Charge amp full to 10.
There we go. And see how the camera's looking at us now?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, now the green, right.
Clear.
That.
Yeah, this one earlier,
First stage. Let's try higher.
when I
200
ramped it
joules.
up,
Keep the amp charged at 10.
it did the whole that sound right there. Slowly. Like
Good
that.
thing that they have us helping out with
Keep the charge
our
at
own
10. Let's go.
Yes.
surgery.
This is how it goes normally, right?
I believe so.
Clear.
If not, are you really doing a surgery?
Okay, we have a reaction of some sort.
I love
here, a
the
weak
drill
signal.
for the surgery.
Let's keep going. Increase
That's how I
again.
like doing surgery.
360, charge full.
360.
Come on, 360, hurry.
And no! Just do it too high and her head explodes.
Yeah, dead. The heart
Well,
explodes.
would you look at that? It seems we have a pulse.
Said that exact line in this
Rhythm is
scenario.
stable. We need to run an X-ray right away.
And we were, in the thing, it was a heart.
Where are we with that X-ray? Let's get it going now, please.
Bottom thing.
This. If I remember right.
The CC86.
Yeah, I had to charge that thing. Yeah.
looks like an intracerebral hemorrhage. We need to drain this now to relieve pressure. Prepare for trepanation. Switch on a drill, please.
Said we're going to try to relieve some of this discomfort earlier. Brain pressure building up because of
Please.
blood in the brain, I believe.
Do we need to switch off the X-ray?
Yep.
Mr. Asian, you've made excellent progress. You're doing great. We need you to stay calm and try to through these next steps. We're going to attempt to alleviate some of this discomfort.
That line. The orb has been portrayed as our mind and memories repeatedly, so that makes sense. And now we're here. Not only is tonight New Year's Eve, but tomorrow you leave on a 6-month trip abroad with friends. Mom, Dad, and your sister Jennifer have decided to throw a party to celebrate it all. The house is full. You're in the living room, and as usual, you don't recognize a soul. Look around. Room is full of chatty strangers, mostly friends of Mom and Dad. There's a door to the hall.
To the hall!
You push through the crowd into the hallway. The hallway is as welcoming as ever, only this time the folks have put a great big banner up across the main wall. Half-finished drinks are abandoned on almost every horizontal surface. Stairs lead up, although the party is firmly downstairs.
Turn off the lights.
A gut feeling tells you that you should just leave them on.
Okay.
Same as ever, stairs, door to the living room, and door to the kitchen.
To the kitchen.
They say all the best parties are in the kitchen.
You know it.
The kitchen is full of people and loud. There are drinks and food on the table, and the party is in full swing. Dad has cooked a hog roast, which sits proudly on the table, although no one is eating it.
Hey, that was the corpse.
Yep, carcass on the abandoned house. Or in the abandoned house.
Corpse.
Dang it. I wonder if...
Yeah.
Dang it. Like, it'd like respond with like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Closet. Go to the closet thing.
There's a utility room and writing on the wall. Also, Jen is here signaling you.
What does the writing on the wall say?
Just as you are about to head inside the utility room, Jen places her hand on your shoulder. You hug, you're going to miss each other. You thank her for the party. She asks if you are enjoying the party.
Absolutely.
You tell her it's great, even though you don't really know anyone.
I don't really know anyone.
She tells you to enjoy it anyway, and to loosen up. She asks you to get her a drink. I could type. Frick.
Good old drink.
You pour Jen a drink and one for yourself. There's never an awkward silence with Jennifer. She always has a question. She asks if you have everything sorted for the big trip. No! You tell her no. That as usual, everything is last minute. Another hug. Your family have really gone out of their way to make this trip happen for you. It might be what you need to get some perspective and maybe not F up so much. She's going to miss you. You are going to miss her. She walks away.
It walks away because she can't do that anymore?
Jen has disappeared into the crowd. You're left standing, nodding and smiling at the approving faces. There's so much to do for this move. Can't mess it up. But first, a drink.
Open up closet.
You open the door and peer in. You're never allowed in here normally. This is where Dad keeps his fine wines and whiskeys. Ceiling-to-floor racks, a collector. Although he does actually drink them too. There is a bottle with a ribbon around it and a card.
Let's get the most expensive one. Grab expensive bottle.
No way, Dad would kill me.
Look at the one that's ribbon around it and a card. Grab the card.
The gift from Dad, I think. There is a card next to it.
Yeah, read the card.
You pick up the whiskey and the card. It's your dad's handwriting. Son, they don't like putting apostrophes on possessive words, just on contractions. Son, we're so proud of you and everything you've achieved. You've earned this. It's a bottle of 25-year-old double malt. You shouldn't really, but you have to try it.
Is the card bleeding?
With your whiskey in hand, you take in the room about you. There must be hundreds, no thousands of pounds worth of drink in here. You really must thank your dad for the whiskey.
Is the dad at the party?
I believe, from what I remember, he's in the living room.
To the living room!
Head back into the kitchen, clutching your new best friend. I said leave kitchen. You stumble out of the utility room and back into the kitchen. That is one strong whiskey. You take another swig and give thumbs up to Dad across the room. He nods and winks. There we go.
Nice. Perfect.
He tells you he is proud of you and to go easy tonight. Early flight tomorrow.
You got it.
Go back out to the hallway. A few bumps and laughs on the way through, and you make it into the hall.
Down that entire bottle.
A good swig of it, probably. You stop dead in your tracks. It's Jen, covered in blood.
As is per the usual. Sure.
She's staring straight at you. No one else notices.
How's it going?
Blood is dripping down her face. It's mixing with tears.
Give a hug.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Whoa, it went all fucky.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
I don't think it understands.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Want to know something fun?
What?
We've seen that before.
Have we?
It was one of the flashes. I think it held on it a bit during the memory sequence with the orb. It's kind of hard to tell. Wrapped in a body bag.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
We tried our best, Mrs. Asian, but her injuries were too severe.
No, I don't understand. I was just talking to her.
I'm afraid Jennifer passed away before we could get to her in surgery. We did the best we could. I am so sorry.
Where is she? Let me see her.
Please, Mrs. Asian, take a seat.
I don't want to take a seat. Let me talk to her. Now.
I'll arrange for you to see her. In the meantime, James is in recovery. He's stable for now.
I don't want to see him.
Ouch.
She's not paralyzed.
I mean, her legs don't really work.
Oh, frickin' heck.
Technically.
You are standing in the hallway. Something has stopped you in your tracks. While searching your mind, your sister interrupts. She waves her hand in front of you and asks if you can drive her home. You still feel out of sorts. Those words echo. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Look around. Doors to the kitchen and living room lead from here, while stairs can take you up.
Upstairs.
You'd love to call it a night, but Jen is waiting patiently.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, we can talk in the car. Go get your keys.
No. Tell her no. Say hell no.
I don't
think you have
remember.
to go upstairs?
Nope, we literally can't.
Oh. Living room.
You sure your keys are in the living room? You can see the train wreck coming.
And you have to live it out.
I think it literally says that later. The living room has much more relaxed atmosphere compared to the kitchen. Various guests are sat on the chairs having civilized conversations. There's a coffee table in the middle of the room. Your mom is pouring a drink at the drinks cabinet.
Say it. Say it was all your fault.
Tears immediately start to appear in her eyes. My son, off to America. She gives you a hug. I don't remember where this was made. Somewhere where they say mum. Hug, mum. Fine. Look around. Coffee table, a drinks cabinet. One of the chairs is overflowing with jackets and coats. Look at drinks cabinet. Your mom's collection of wines and spirits. My word.
Alcoholics, every last one of them. I'm surprised we weren't the ones intoxicated.
They both individually have drinks cabinets.
One has a drinks utility room.
Drinks on coasters like proper civilized people. You can't see your keys.
Can we go through the pile of clothes?
Need to look for them. They must be either in the kitchen or the living room.
Look through jacket.
Coats.
Yeah.
Search through all the jackets and coats until you find yours. Aha, car keys in the pocket. You grab both.
Both the pockets and the car keys.
Just the pockets. Leave the jackets. Just cut them out. Keys in hand, you head back into the hall. Jen thanks you for helping her out. She has work in the morning, and no one else is in any fit state to drive. You can handle it, though. You know the road like the back of your hand, don't you?
Laugh maniacally, like you've lost your mind. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't. Continue.
I love how every little bit of this is basically a reference to another point in the actual story. Like, even that line right there.
Was 2205 at the time of the accident?
Maybe.
2205 would be 10 o'clock?
10:05.
That seems like good car accident time.
It's at night, so probably.
Yep, just enough time to get all boozed up. To the car!
You open the front door and walk out into the freezing night.
It's okay, we have our jacket.
Cold air hits you, you are glad you have your jacket with you. There is a dusting of snow around you as you step down from the porch, just like how we saw it in the snow in the third scenario.
Can we go into the backyard?
Yard extends around the back of the house, and the car sits in the front of the house. Go to yard. She sighs and comically taps her feet. Apart from the little light escaping from the party indoors, the yard is pitch black. You used to love stargazing here. You stumble around the darkness looking for the perfect spot to take in the majesty of the night sky. Rusty old generators here working away. The sky is majestic.
Turn off the generator.
Well, that would be a hilarious prank. You think better of plunging the house into darkness. We're gonna plunge it into darkness in a different way.
Yeah. Look at the stars.
You gaze up at the night sky. For some reason, you don't recognize any of the star patterns tonight. I also want to bring back attention to the orb memory sequence. Do you remember what that was of?
Vietnam. No.
Like the text portion of it, where we were doing like this.
Nope.
It was of an alien crash.
Okay.
Talking about you're crashing on Earth in your vehicle. And there were flashing lights. Everything in this is a reference to this.
Interesting.
It's fun. I love
The
it.
subconscious has quite the way of protecting your mind by making you remember things differently.
There was the door.
Mm-hmm.
Cold air hits you. You are glad you have your jacket. Yeah. That's the same as before.
Wait.
You fumble with the car handle, confused, until Jen tells you to maybe use the key in your hand.
Say, no, I know what I'm doing.
Just get Jen home, then you can get back to the party. Open car door? You fumble with the car handle, confused. Okay. Oh.
You need to use the key to unlock the car door.
Fumbling with the car keys, you eventually get the door open and climb inside.
Weren't we just drinking?
Uh-huh. The car is freezing. As you fumble around with your seatbelt, your sister opens up the car glove box and hands you a note and a key that was inside.
Yeah, check the glove box.
She tells you that it's for when you return.
Look at note.
The note is from your dad and reads, "Hi son, hope you enjoy your break. You'll need to fire up the generator around back to get power and lights on. Also found something in the attic for you. It's in your room. Enjoy."
This is the first time that we are ever hearing this.
Oh yes, totally. Jennifer is getting impatient. If you value your life, you had better get her home first.
I don't. To the car crash!
Car doesn't move, given that the engine isn't actually on. It's like you've never driven before.
I'm not a mechanic. I don't know what you're talking about.
It takes a number of attempts, but you eventually slot the key into the ignition.
Pop the hood, disconnect the battery, make it seem like it's not working. I'm so sorry.
You take the key out and put it back in, trying to make sure it's in.
Can you pop the hood?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Open the boot? If we're in England. Yeah, that's okay. Off we go!
You turn the key in the ignition and the car roars to life.
Turn the key again.
Try to turn the already running engine on again. It has little effect.
It goes. Push her out of the car.
Car squeals but stays stationary. Jen suggests releasing the brake, giving you a wide-eyed stare.
Okay, here we go. Release parking brake. Release the brake.
You very hesitantly release the handbrake.
Put the vehicle, shift the vehicle into reverse.
Oh, that's not how you spell that. Really did it again.
Okay, shift into drive.
Put the car in gear and pull
There we
out
go.
the driveway like a first-time driver. You really shouldn't be driving. I am driving, very drunk, on the road towards the
Yeah.
town where your sister stays. Jen started dozing off as soon as the journey got going. This shouldn't take long. You come to a junction. Is it left or right? You can't remember.
Wake up, Jen.
Think
Oh,
this
good
does something? You didn't stop the car, did you? You should have. Like, you didn't do that.
Oh, step on the gas pedal.
I think we have to decide left or right.
Let's drift this.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Left or right, left or right, left or right, left.
You don't want to, but you had better ask Jen for directions.
Okay, ask Jen for directions.
She grunts and throws her arm to the left. It's left.
Yes.
Of course it's left.
Of course it's left. I know it was left in the beginning.
Turn the car left at the junction and accelerate off. Confident that you were on the right road now, you loosen up and
we're
put
on
your
the
foot
left
down on the accelerator. You
Hell
feel
yeah.
powerful as the engine roars at your command.
Full send.
Jen sits up in her chair and clutches your arm. She asks you to slow down.
Oh.
That's not what really
Speed
happened,
up.
though, is it?
You're all
Speed
over the
up.
place, James. Pull over.
Jen is hitting your arm and yelling at you, crazy sister. Strange, there is a set of headlights coming directly at you, but really slow, like slow motion.
Swerve into lane with car.
You try to
Let's make
react,
it a
but your body
fair
isn't
head-on.
responding. There's nothing you can do to stop this. There's no way to control it. The lights merge with your car, the outside joins the inside.
Pull over.
The whole world around you begins to scream.
James!
Ooh, I think our house just got into a car accident.
Wasn't it, James?
Notice how everything's floating?
You lost it all. Your sister, your parents, yourself. And then you made it worse. Go on. Show us what you did.
We took the bottle and we went over to the other car. We poured some of the alcohol into the other person's car, put the bottle in the car.
Welcome back to the episode 2 scenario with the car crash. Also, yeah. As you remember what the officer said, reporting about it. It wasn't like him. You wake up in the car. Your world is upside down. Your seatbelt struggles against gravity trying to hold you in your seat. An impact into another car has torn a hole in the chassis. Poisonous fumes spill into your car from the engines. You are in grave danger. You have to get out of here. You can't move. Your seatbelt is still in place.
Unbuckle seatbelt.
You release yourself from the seat. Gravity takes over as you slump onto the roof of the car. You squeeze through the wreckage and fall to your knees on the ground next to your vehicle. Every breath brings pain to your chest. Your head is throbbing. A blue car has smashed into the passenger side of your car. Your life cannot be ruined by this. You are standing holding your whiskey and your dad's note, and flashing lights are approaching at a distance.
Put the whiskey in the other person's car.
If I remember right, there's something we can say here that's contrary to it and it gets mad at us.
Help your sister out.
Help. Jen. Look at Jen. Sorry, I don't know what you're looking at. Look around. Crash site. Smoke billows from the crash cars to the sky above. Exterior lights flicking on and off. Drop whiskey. You can't just drop it here. As soon as they find it, they'll ask you questions. The hazard lights are blinking and fumes are rising from the engine of the blue car. Through the smashed windows you can see the motionless driver. The door is jammed. You don't have time for messing around like this, James.
Hide alcohol in blue car.
Well, that's not smart thinking, James, is it? They will eventually find it and will link it to you. I think that's just hiding it generally.
Put alcohol in blue car.
With the lights approaching closer, you begin to hear the shrill of their sirens. You simply cannot go to jail for this. You clean the bottle to remove your connection with the whiskey. You then very deliberately spill the remainder of the bottle's contents onto the driver and toss the incriminating evidence onto his passenger seat. A circle of flashing lights surround you, illuminating the crash site in the darkness. Behind them, an army of people, all staring. One figure steps out, a silhouette, and walks towards you. Another exact scenario from episode 2. Silhouette is a police officer and in uniform. He beckons you to approach. As you approach the man, the pulsating lights around you get dimmer and dimmer.
I know you're tearing yourself apart over it, but no matter what you keep telling yourself, you have to listen to me. That accident, that poor man, me. You have to remember.
Full circle.
It was all your fault.
That's the first one.
Uh-huh.
I know what you did. How you left me there to protect yourself. Planting evidence on some poor man. You went headfirst into that officer and you wrecked all of our lives. And then you couldn't even take responsibility. You did the right thing for you and no one else. Save yourself. Only it was wrong, wasn't it? Look at you now. Utterly consumed by it. Say it, James.
I don't know why I couldn't back up before.
Tell them.
This brings up some good points. So, I'm sure the story wouldn't continue if you didn't go into the alcohol room.
It has to end, James.
But
Do you not understand? This episode you're having must come to an end. Make it stop, make it stop. Do you remember?
Dr. Alexander is always watching remotely. I didn't catch the rest of that.
Make it stop, make it stop, make it stop.
Oh.
Stop the session, Mr. Asian.
I don't know if anyone else is ever with him. All of your episodes were recorded to tape.
Started.
This is where, this is the 4th. Did I not? What? Wait, what? What do you want from me?
To this nightmare.
I was under the impression I had to... It says end the episode. There we go. Wrong button. I did it dumb.
I think we've made progress today, Mr. Asian. I guess we should tell the police what you've told us. Although I don't suspect they'll take you anywhere. I think you'll be with us for quite some time. Come on, let's get you back to your shows. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. We're a horrible person.
Yay!
Admission, finish episode 4. I think there were like 3 hidden achievements that we didn't get. I don't know what those entailed. Also remember there being a version of the House Abandoned wall that was bleeding that we didn't get.
When you turn on the computer, and it like redoes the little intro thing for it, it's bleeding, I think.
Oh, like the actual physical walls in the room are bleeding. Also, I love the little implications of how the mother reacted to the news of the sister and that you were in recovery. Her immediately saying, I don't want to see him. It's like, yeah, she knows. Like I said, far more depressing than scary, but...
It's very interesting because there is that, in this episode, there was that point where it's like, I didn't get to go into the closet thing I want to go into the closet thing. I feel like they set that up really well with you not being able to go into the closet thing the first, 2 times? And
Yeah.
so it makes you want to know, like, what the hell's in the closet?
Like, that's the
And
catalyst for everything right there.
yeah, I feel like that was a really good
Oh.
setup.
Oh, yeah, see how this is changed from the videotape that it used to be? Now it's sessions 1 through 4, James Asian, Dr. Alexander. I just feel it's all really cleverly put together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice and concise. A lot of times, horror games these days, either you get frustrated with a monster that you repeatedly die to and you have to go through that section multiple times, or it's not as scary as it should be and it gets kind of monotonous, or it's nice. Only thing is, it's not quite so hyper scary horror. It's almost more like escape rooms.
This one felt like more of a thriller or like a whodunit kind of thing. It was very fun.
More of a mystery
Yeah.
with
To where it's like
spooky elements to it.
You don't quite know all the puzzle pieces, and then you get there.
The unknown is what's disturbing.
As far as the third one goes, what was up with those pipes? Like,
That was supposed to just be like weird alien stuff is happening to maybe throw you off, or
Okay.
it could potentially be implying like how you remember how the alien we were supposedly interacting with in the we removed tubing from him.
Mhm.
Like maybe that was us after the accident, all hooked up to machines.
Okay. And then the other 2 people that were in the third one, were those people the what you said one was the police officer and one was the
police officer that reported on the incident, and at the end there was talking about how the ex-cop that died that we hit was not an alcoholic. He was a good person and a father and stuff. It just didn't seem like him at all. And then the lady was Jennifer. Specifically, when we got to that point in the snow where the accident was just randomly sitting there in the snow, just like how it happened, she pipes in because she was experiencing things on her station. She pipes in there and says, "I can't feel my legs, James."
Right. I'm trying to remember some of the emergency calls on the radio scanner that we came across.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to pay close attention to those in editing, because I don't remember anything they said, because I remember them talking about, like, incidents happening around the world, so it might have just been red herrings.
Right.
Or there's little details in there, like everything else. And I also want to pay attention to every single page of that. What is it called? The film reel or whatever it was.
The microfilm?
Microfilm, that's what it was. Because I know, like, several of them were obviously in reference to what happened, like, with the whiskey and Jennifer and everything. On that note, though, we're going to bring this one to a close, and we will see you in the next one.